Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Y'all, it's been 10 days. 10 whole days since I last made a video. So I got paid September the 3rd and I'm actually just now today writing the budget down after trying to figure out some stuff, which I was able to do by going back. And y'all, I am so glad that my voice is back to normal because it was a hot mess thanks to, coronavirus. So, if we rewind, let me tell you what happened. So, me and Travis, we went out of town and, he visited his family. I went with him for, whatever they had for Labor Day. Everything was okay. And that evening I started feeling horrible and I got in my mom's bed. Y'all, tell I'm a big baby, right? So I got in my mom's bed and she was like, "Ooh, you got a fever." Now, mind you, she don't own a thermometer at all whatsoever. She normally can tell if you had a fever or got a fever just by simply placing her hand over her forehead and placing the other one over yours to see, if your head is hot or whatnot. So she was like, you got a fever. And I'm like, I do. Now, mind you, I started feeling bad. So I'm like, I do. And I was already, you know, cold, but I wasn't cold and hot and cold and hot. I was just freezing. So the next morning, which was Sunday, so I said, okay, let me see if Walmart have those flu COVID tests. And they did. So I went and got one for 20 bucks. Best 20 bucks I've ever spent. Hold on. Okay, so like I said, best 20 bucks I've ever spent. And I was reading the instructions. I even watched a YouTube video on how to make sure I take the test right. So I took the first test, and the line for COVID was very, very faint, which I read that, even though the line is very faint, you could still most likely have it. So I said, okay, let me take the second test. So I took the second test in Walmart parking lot. And come to find out, I am and was positive for COVID. So I went back into the store. Of course, I did already have on a mask. I had my hand sanitizer, all of that. Now, mind you, I was leaving, so, I didn't want my mom to catch a cold or anything like that. So, in Walmart, of course, I got medicine, cough drops. I already had medicine. And y'all, I may have to continue like I'm doing now, which is pausing the video when I have to cough, because even though I don't have COVID now, I still have that lingering cough. And y'all, sometimes it can get bad. Not that bad. I feel better today, which is, what is today? Tuesday. So I feel better today, and yesterday I had a massive headache. I had a headache so bad I had to take one of Travis 800 milligram ibuprofens that he recently got from the hospital, because I took him there because he was hurting so bad. I mean, he was in so much pain that when I say he could barely walk, that's how bad it was. So I took him to the hospital. He could barely talk, y'all. Like, I had to explain everything. So I gave him the whole rundown, just like I just gave y'all about the whole COVID thing. And they was like, well, he most likely got COVID. Now, mind you, I had on my mask. He had on his mask. He couldn't hardly say anything, y'all. It was horrible. They did get him a lot of fluids, fluids for nausea, fluids for pain. And a couple hours later, he was feeling pretty good. So I had to take one of his ibuprofens because my headache was so bad. It was bad. Like, I don't know what was happening between yesterday and the day before, day after that. I think I had a headache at least 3 days in a row, but I don't know what was going on. Thank goodness today, which is Tuesday, I don't have those headaches anymore, and which is why I'm here. So if you see me in the comments of your videos, that means I'm actually literally watching your video because, well, I have a playlist that have maybe about 5 or 6 videos, and if you hear anything snoring, it's the dog. She's sleeping. Like, she's literally right under my desk. So anywho, back to me. I took the test and it showed that I had COVID, and of course the lines was, like I said, very faint. So I had to take a picture. I was like, are these lines faint? I sent them to my mom, sent them to my friends, sent them to my sister, and they was like, yeah, it's there, but it's very faint. And I'm like, oh gosh, no, not COVID. Now mind you, this is the second time I've had it. I had it when it first came out, months later after it first came out, and Travis had it too. Now the first time he had it, he wasn't able to smell anything to the point where he was in the kitchen trying to cook, and he almost burnt the house down, y'all. Like, he couldn't smell nothing. I'm like, wait a minute, what is that smell? And I was like, Travis, you cooking something? Yeah, that's how bad it was. Anywho, I'm fine. I'm here. I'm back to normal. I'm glad I can breathe through my nose. I have, like I said, I got Mucinex. I got Mucinex DM. I got nasal spray that was subscribed by my doctor that I've been taking. Like, talk about an in-home pharmacy. I got it all here, literally. And I ran out of Tylenol, but I did buy some more from Amazon. And y'all, anywho, let's talk about this budget. So, this budget, when I say I kept looking at my pay stub, looking like, what is this? Now, mind you, I haven't had a paycheck this low any this year. Any this year. Mind you, we in the month of September, y'all. Like, I haven't had any paycheck, literally, this low. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So I triple checked just to make sure I wasn't telling you all a story. And yes, we say story around here versus the L word. Yeah, my daddy, blame him for that. So I went back and double checked, and yes, this is the lowest paycheck I've had all year. Like, this is the lowest one. So ever since January, this is the first lowest paycheck of them all. After offering, after all of that, $1,320 and 52 cents, and I am holding the phone right here in my hand. So, y'all, that's all I'm gonna say. So let's put this in. $52. Okay, $1,320.52. So somehow I managed to save literally $21.38. This is all the places the money is at. That's why it looked like that. Next, let's talk about the fixed expenses. So when it comes to the fixed expenses, we have Netflix $4, Cricket $59, YouTube $3, AT&T $35, NES, which I'm not sure what that bill is going to be, but I just put $50 towards it. State Farm $130, House $610, and HP $1 for $892 for fixed expenses. Now, y'all, so when I originally wrote the budget out, I did have term life in, and I was thinking, wait a minute. So This month is the month that I pay my term life, $176. And I realized that I sent, you know, too much money to that account. So I was able to have that extra $30 freed up. The reason I'm able to get through this video today. So without term life, it's $892. Let's go ahead and talk about the debt. So we have $407.14 left. Let's talk about debt. Of course, when it comes to debt, and I say this because I wanted to pay $60 towards Capital One, and I need to explain that as well. So I got some explaining to do, y'all. We'll talk about it. $205 for the car payment, and I am subtracting on the other end, which does in fact give me $202.14, and this is until I get paid on the 17th. And like I said, today is currently September the 9th. Yesterday were the twins' birthday, my god kids. Y'all, they turned 16. 16. That's a big number. So here's the overall budget, and it looks like this because I did track. So let's go ahead and talk about the tracking from when I got paid until pretty much yesterday. Today I haven't went anywhere. Yesterday I finally got a chance to go to Walmart, and y'all, I had fast food. And no, I didn't feel the need to make a whole new video for tracking this little amount of things. So $202.14. So on the 4th, I went and grabbed Travis medicine from Walgreens. It was $3.10. That same day, y'all, we did not have any groceries at all whatsoever. And when I say my body was hurting, I was hurting. Y'all, we was all jacked up. Went to Hella Hot Chicken, and that catfish was pretty good. So $31.73. On 9/5, what does this stand for? Discount store, $13.06. On the 6th, y'all, we still didn't have any groceries. I did not go grocery shopping like I should have. Spent $21 even at the cookout. On the 8th, which was yesterday, I finally was able to make it to the store. I got groceries. I needed tissue. I needed all kind of household stuff. I got it. $103.29. So let's see what's left until payday. That's it. That's all. $30 pretty much. So I do have $30 in my SoFi account. Now, mind you, I didn't really get a chance to save as much as I wanted this time because of the paycheck, but I'm going to try not to spend anything other than, maybe getting $10 worth of gas, $15 worth of gas, something like that. But other than that, that is the first paycheck budget for the month of September. I finally was able to get through it. And I written this in blue and added pink stickers because my mom's birthday is at the end of September. And I am hoping, y'all, tell me why she ended up catching a cold. So she did not catch COVID, thank goodness. So she started feeling a little bad. She started coughing or whatever. She did not have COVID. She did go to the doctor, and the doctor gave her a shot, and after that she stopped coughing and everything was good. Travis' mom, I think she went to the doctor and she was feeling a little bad, but she didn't have COVID either. I don't know where I got it from. Like, I don't know, because before we Probably got it from the mall before we, went out of town. I did go into the mall the day before leaving, and I had to, pick up some stuff I had at Torrid before they send it back or whatever, which I still need to do that because I did order 3 pair of pants. Y'all, I needed some jeans. We talked about this. I needed some jeans. I got 1 pair when I was there this last time, and I need to go today. If I don't go today, I don't know what I'm trying to say. If I don't go today, they will send the 2 pair of jeans I got back to the store. And I think I need a longer length. So I may just let them go back, even though they were only $30 a piece. It's kind of hard finding, like I said in my previous video or the one before that, it's kind of hard trying to find pants that's long enough for somebody that's 5'9", 5'10" plus. But y'all, I don't know. I think I may let those jeans go back, and when they have another sale, I may, buy the right ones. I just don't want to go to the mall. I don't feel like wearing a mask. I'm here at home. I can breathe fine. I don't want to. Wearing a mask make me hot. But this is the first paycheck budget for the month of September. Also, which I may do. Matter of fact, I don't have to do another video for this, y'all. So, I did my first balance transfer ever. I transferred my balance from Navy Federal, which was 600, I think $671 or something like that. I don't remember. But I had an offer from Capital One for a balance transfer for 12 months, zero interest, and a 4% fee, which was $28. So I transferred that balance from Capital One because I'm pretty much tired of using my emergency, which this was an emergency at all, and I don't want to pay any interest. So I get tired of using extra money that I typically would have to pay off things. So, what are you going to do to help with that, Desiree? Thanks for asking. I am, and I've already did, I'm going to and did take out all my credit cards, take out all the credit cards. Like once I get paid again, I plan on not having any credit cards in my wallet whatsoever and just have cash, going back to cash envelope stuffing. So that means when I get paid, I need to, make my budget. As soon as I get off work, I need to go to the ATM machine, get the money I need, and come home, make a video, and cash stuff. I hope this budget finds you all well. I know I did a lot of talking. I definitely thank the ones that have checked on me because, most of you all know that I do have a cruise coming up at the end of the month. And I'm really, really, really wanting to go on that cruise. I don't want to waste any money. I want to, be able to go and all of that. So I'll be in you all's comments. I hope you have a great Tuesday. I will see you in another video. Bye.